Hello, here's my vlog. It's 5:18 in the morning. Yesterday I did my vlog yesterday. I kind of slept in because I was, I don't know, just worn out. And I wanted my last day to be organizing, to be chill. So I slept in, and my mom came, and I guess we were going to go to the Costco, so then she went and got a bunch of food for me, and I slept in some more. Yeah, and then I cleaned and organized, and we did wrote up the lease, and then I just hung out, kind of vegged out all day. I had some cash, so I bought 3 joints. I had that was my excuse, because I don't, buy anything with cash. But now I'm sober. Forever. Yes, I did get stoned yesterday. And I was just laying around until maybe 1 in the morning, because I knew I wasn't going to be able to sleep. Maybe it's 12:30. Yeah, it's like 12:30. And then I laid down, and I didn't get any sleep at all, because I don't sleep at night. I only sleep in the morning. But I wanted to go into the gym this morning, so just had a protein drink and a salad for breakfast. So I think I'm going to go in the gym, because they open at 5, so I've been open for like 15 minutes. Go in there, work out. It's a bummer that I didn't get any sleep last night. So I'll just do as much as I can, I don't know, deal with. And then come back here and I guess sleep. And then when I wake up, go back to the gym. I was thinking about sleeping right now. I set my alarm for 4:30. And then I've just been kind of taking my time since then, so I could get there by 5. But now I feel a little bit groggy. But if I lie back down in bed, I don't think I'm gonna sleep. But I don't know. Maybe I should. I don't like not sleeping. So anyways, when I get home, I'm going to check. I put the ads, so I'm going to check on the ads, see if I get any response from the ads. And if I didn't get any response, I guess that's my homework for the day. Last night, I got started on a new project. That's what I was doing for hours. I just remembered, because now that I am in shape, getting in shape, I'm going to start doing the fighting, on my dummy for the videos. I'm inventing a new type of martial arts called Alpha Force. Because it's a fun way to gauge fitness. And so I was, for the first time, I had time to actually seriously think about what kind of routine I was going to do. And I figured, well, let's get a real fight and then get the info off of it and then model it off of that. I think that would be really cool, because then you could compare the 2 fights, and it makes it seem more real, and then you compare different fighters who's doing the same thing. So I chose John Jones versus Daniel Cormier 1, because they're both big-time fighters. And I wanted something even, and I needed to go 5 rounds, because I'm doing a 5-round videos. And so that was a 5-rounder, and I think it was a split decision. I want the split decision. 5-rounders, split decision, are the best fights, in my opinion. Followed by the 5-round one-sided decision, Like, I remember they had Tony Ferguson versus Paddy Pimblett, last month. And everybody was saying how Tony Ferguson sucks and everything, and I'm like, it was like a failure, and he shouldn't fight. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He fought a top-ranked fighter, and he went the distance for a decision. Like, that's all you could ever hope for. Of course he needs to keep fighting. You tell somebody to stop fighting when they get knocked out. Like in the first round, you know? That's when they're done. But if somebody lasts all 5 rounds, what? No. They're still in. He could have won the fight. So anyways, because when it's even, that means, I think what I'm going to do, so then when I do the fight, I haven't totally figured all this out yet, but I spent hours, and I didn't number it, I don't know how many there were, but just marking down every single movement. And I made it through the first 2 rounds. It takes for everything. I think in the first round, it was more exchanges that would fit in a page. It was like 75 or 80 or 90 exchanges just in the first round. And then the second was like the same. And so I basically will get that, and I'll do the same strikes and in the same order to try to make it the same, and maybe from both of the guys, not just one. But in the fight, I would be the one who wins because I have to win everything. That's how the belt system works. Like, I win, and then whatever I did, that's the bottom level that you can be for that belt. And so I would be John Jones, and so I would set my because the dummy is going to be Daniel Cormier. I would set the dummy for John Jones's. I mean, Daniel Cormier's height, like 6 feet, 5'11". Even though I'm only 5'10", I wouldn't set it for 4 inches shorter than me. Or maybe I would. Yeah, I'd set it for 4 inches shorter than me because I'm 5'10", and Daniel Cormier is 4 inches shorter than, or 5 inches shorter, so I'd set it 5 inches shorter. Huh. Just thought of that now. Maybe I should. Yeah, and then if I want to fight the dummy at tall, then I would just choose a fight like where somebody beats that 7-foot guy. Yeah, so, but I would do the same movements, I think, of both of the guys, because I'd be doing more movements than they were. Okay. They wear each other out, and they kind of take breaks. I wouldn't take breaks. My breaks would be between the rounds. So I would do the same combos, I guess, of what they would do. But I don't know exactly. I want it until I do it. I want it to do it like 3 and like a third of the time kicking and punching, a third of the time to jiu-jitsu, and a third of the time the dumbbells, which represents wrestling. So it's 10 squats to overhead with 45-pound dumbbells per round, and those guys clinched. The longest clinch was 44 seconds, and during the clinch they're punching each other, and so that would be a clinch, or rolling on the ground, wrestling on the ground would simulate wrestling because they're like flexing on each other. So 45 seconds, I guess you would expect it to take 45 seconds to do 10 reps of the dumbbells, and so that makes about, I think makes about sense if I'm maybe not that fit or something. So yeah, and then the jiu-jitsu, originally I was going to do the movement, and then I realized, no, how about you get a straw, like a plastic straw, you snap it in half, and then you wrap 3 levels of duct tape around it, and then you duct tape that to the dummy. And the jiu-jitsu move is to have to do whatever the move is, and you have to break the straw, the duct tape on the straw, and then you would reset it by just putting more duct tape on. And I originally thought, well, maybe you would do 1 jiu-jitsu move, but that would be too fast. It has to take longer, so maybe it's like 3 jiu-jitsu moves. So I wanted to know, because I know nothing about fighting. I know nothing about any of that. So I would have to start from scratch and figure out how many jiu-jitsu moves there are. And I would have to fill up the entire dummy, like fill them up with all the different straws. And I guess for the fight, the 5-round fight, you would have to do all of the jiu-jitsu at least 1 time on the dummy. And in the middle of it, you can't put new straws on. So maybe you could do straws on like 2 sides, I don't know. Or you break the straws in the beginning and then you don't have to do it in the end. But or maybe you just don't use them. But yeah. So, anyways, that's what I've got going on with that. Yeah, and I'd like to do it sooner rather than later. Man, I feel tired, like groggy tired, like sleepy tired, which is not the right feeling to have the first time you go into the gym. But I'm not tired enough to sleep. I know that if I got in bed, I wouldn't sleep, and I wouldn't even be relaxed. I'm not even tired enough to be relaxed. I'd be like how I was all night, just like uncomfortable, jittery, but too tired to go to the gym. So I honestly, look, that's the difference between a good athlete and not a good athlete. Is when you don't feel tired and then you go to the gym anyway, versus the guy who feels tired and he decides to sleep. So yeah, it's fun to be in this. I'm finally glad I get these kinds of problems, these dilemmas. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is go into the gym. What I was gonna plan on doing was going into the gym and then coming back and then talking about it and making it a vlog that is in 2 parts. And then and after that, I'll be tired. I think tired enough to not have to do anything the rest of the day, including stretching or anything else, because you can be too tired to stretch. That's when I'm going to spend the rest of the day to get caught up on the rest of my life, but as a secondary to the exercise, because I already did the exercise. So that's when I'll get caught up on my life, like the bills, figure out the bills. That's today. As far as stuff aside from the training, it's figuring out bills. And checking my mail for the and yeah, that's what I'm up to today. I wish I got sleep last night. I wish I could get some sleep, like even if it was only like 5 or 10 minutes of REM. So maybe I will lie down just to see if I could get just a little bit of sleep. Or I might just go to the gym. If I don't go to the gym, I'm not going to do a vlog until I go. I mean, I will go today. I just don't know if I'm going to go right now. Anyways, that's enough talking. I'm not going to bother with my website until I get going with this exercise stuff up to snuff, and that's going to take forever. Actually, hopefully it won't take as long. But I'm super freaked out. It's going to take forever to figure out how to sleep at night. That's the one problem. Anyways, the battery's about to die. Talk to you later. Check it out. I'm working on this big ass goober, and I got 7 more goobies to do. Isn't that whack? And there's even more in here. I only got that side out, dude. I could go for that. Look at that. Because I'm really good at these. But look what it's doing to my fingers. Anyways. Hello, I'm doing 2-a-day videos now. Yeah, I set my alarm for like 4:30 and I was up and having breakfast, and I think I went to the gym at like 5:20 or something, I don't know. I went in there and without my backpack, because I was like, yeah, why bring a backpack? But then I got there and I realized it was because it had my padlock. So I had to walk all the way back home and get it, and then I went back there and worked out for like an hour, I think, and then I went back and worked out for like a half hour or something, I don't know. I worked out in the morning. Wow, I can't believe that it was this morning. Seems like forever ago. I did not feel good at all. I had no energy or strength, and I wasn't enjoying myself, and then I kind of lost interest the first time. Or yeah, I didn't feel that good. And I went back and I slept like a baby until like 2 in the afternoon, and then I went back to the gym and worked out. Yeah, I was there 3 times today, and then I stopped because I lost interest because I wanted to do this new project. I did the project, but it made me tired, so I went back to the gym again, and then I came back here and did a little bit of it. So the project I'm working on is, yeah, maybe I'll try a little bit more after I do this. I have to tally up how many pounds I did today. But I'm kind of like, yeah, it's just not. What would happen is I just been smoking resin, right? So I haven't had any motivation. I've been smoking resin, listening to music. But I'm trying to do the Daniel Cormier versus John Jones 1 because it's a 5-rounder. I'm on, I guess, halfway through round 4 or something because I have to tally up every single movement they're doing because I'm going to transform it into a MMA routine, and then I also have to figure out the jiu-jitsu. I don't know anything about it, so I have to go and watch videos and learn the moves and figure out how to utilize duct tape and plastic straws to make it official. Yeah, so I'm trying to, I really want to get that underway. I really want to do this because it's part of my physical fitness. I want to do the whole physical fitness thing, and this is part of it. I was going to stick it on the ground, but I don't have to do that. It's not necessary. I mean, I'll do it later. So the only thing holding me back is just knowing what the routine is. So, and then I want to do all of my different physical fitness tests. Know what I can do, all the things in this little fight thing that I made. Mile, 5K. Deadlift, bench press, overhead press, squat. Yeah. Maybe I should include swimming. Huh, never thought of that. No, that's too technical. Body data and even limbarity, and I actually had the idea today. Before, I was going to do my belts system. Where are they? I think they're in my room. Based on like what time I get on here, on this thing. But I was thinking about, because I never really thought it through. Yeah, I was thinking about all those other things that I thought up as I was doing that last project. The making the people. Yeah, of the fight levels with all that data. So how do I plug it into my little, my guy here? Well, I figured it out today. It was like obvious. What I do is I get my numbers for all of the things, all the fitness things, and I think I'm going to include the cycling too for 20K. Although not right away. I don't have the money to get another handlebar for my bike. I could do that time trial bike though. I'd have to wait for the snow to thaw. But anyway, tally up all my data for all the physical fitness stuff, as well as my body dimensions and everything. And then, like fight levels and the belts, well, it's based off of me because I built it, but the belts are, they're absolute belts. They're not belts for like how fast you can do this little routine in. The belts are absolute fight level belts. That way, yeah, I don't know, it just makes it more interesting, more realistic. But you could do it both ways, but anyway, it's because I want to know, it's the data. I want to know like how fit I actually am in order to do a certain, in other sports, in order to do a certain, performance on this thing. So, hopefully maybe tomorrow I'll feel better, and get more motivated as time goes on. Maybe tomorrow I will finish with that fight, and then I can put it on my website, where I was going to color code all of it. Clinches, because clinches were going to transform into the overhead press with the dumbbell 10 times, and I don't know how long it would take the first time, but those guys were clinching for like 45 seconds at one point and like 20 seconds at another point, and so that's about the same time, substitute for that. So anyway, man, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, I was getting kind of tired, so hopefully, maybe I'll sleep tonight. That'd be pretty cool, because then I could get up tomorrow and actually work out in the morning, and then get in the habit of sleeping at night. I can sleep at night if I train myself to. It's just that my body somehow, for some reason, is naturally geared to only sleep during the day. So, yeah, so I just do the machines. I did hack squat for the first time today. It was like the first bar thing without actually the round weights, but I ran a mile the second time I went in, but I pulled my calf not long before, luckily before the end of the mile, and I had to limp around. I have to limp around now, but luckily it was the right calf, because if it had been the left calf, it would have stressed me out, because I would have thought it would have to do with my injury before, and so now whenever I get a calf, I'll pull my left calf. You're just gonna know that it's natural. So, but that's the only cardio thing I did today. Just bouncing around. Yeah, I'd like to pick up the barbells pretty soon. When I do barbell stuff, I'm gonna do it in my house because I have it here. So there's really no need to do it at the gym. The gym is mainly about just bouncing around the different weights. But there's a lot. It's luckily that gym's not so crowded. I can go and use those barbells. But I don't know how many weights how much weight I did today. But it's a good start. Yeah. So maybe today I'll finish. Yeah, I think I will work a little bit more on this fight because it's so tedious to have to type every single thing that they do. Yeah, and to transfer it into a routine is going to take a while too. So I need to kind of take my time with it. It's a good thing. Yeah, it's a good time to work on that while I'm getting in shape, because I guess I can't be working out all day long. So I'm not that fit. So anyways, that's enough talking. Talk to you tomorrow.